Hello and welcome to Clockwork Dandy Noodles. First things first, yes, Becca is still recovering. I am slowly on the mend and I've got a bit of a backlog going on, so I am slowly working through the videos in order. So after this, I think I jump straight back to VV and 86. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of the videos. Everything's out of order right now. The best way essentially would be subscribing or joining the Discord channel so you get a notification whenever anything goes up on the channel. This is the breakdown. This is the breakdown for Zombieland Saga Season 2, Episode 2. There's not too much to say, thankfully. This is going to be a short video, but there's little bits. It's my fun anime, guys. Ohio gozaimasu. We cut back to a very nice little workout trying to get Franchuchu back, where we do have to question, can a zombie get a six-pack? I am leaning on the fence saying that they can't, because a six-pack is formed when your muscles tear and then rebuild. Zombies are, well, they are immortal, they are the living dead. So personally, I believe that zombies can't get a six-pack. But what do you guys think? The OP is finally played. I love the fact that the OP, the ED are both performed by Franchuchu. It gives us a really nice addition to the anime. It's a nice personal touch. The OP is very colourful, as is the anime. The anime has also always been one of those more colourful animes out there. Idol animes in general, just they colour pop. We are introduced to the episode title, where we get more colour, more fun imagery. The theme in the OP is signs. It's road signs. It's a good chance as well for you guys to test your road theory. If anyone's taking the driving test anytime soon, just freeze frame it and try and work out what the signs mean. But this essentially means that life is full of signs pointing them in a certain direction. It's all about keep moving, keep going, finding your way back. Never giving up, even though some of the road signs say don't go, stop. The girls always find a way to keep moving through the OP. I love it. The song is great. It's quite an earworm. I have a feeling it might grow on me at some point. I love the build. I love the message it's trying to deliver. Mappa this year is simply on a high, still riding the high from last season where we had Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan. Mal, on the other hand, not doing so well. You need to update your page for Zombieland Saga. There is absolutely no information whatsoever on the page. Kotaro this episode has cut his hair. I can no longer make Attack on Titan jokes. It sucks. But he looks good. He's back to our original. The TV on the head, as it really does feel like he is conducting an interview with the girls. The question being, how do we make a comeback? You've taken a break. How do you come back? How do you get the fans reinterested, get new fans, and keep building your fan base? The massive hint by our boy wearing his TV goes completely unnoticed by Sakura, who ends up eventually kind of being yelled at, and we find out that it is indeed time to go on TV. Although I worry, if you go on TV, some old diehard fans might recognise the dead idols, especially the idols who are a lot more popular and recent. I am so happy that Kotaro is back being our crazy mad scientist producer. The next mission is a TV segment at Inari Shrine, starring Franchuchu and Elvis. White Ryu. White Ryu has a link to 30 years in the past. So essentially he's a has-been, he's at the end of his high, his career has peaked and he's now on a come down. But it is indeed one hell of an entrance. It's nice that Saki remembers this guy. 30 years have passed, puts us back when she was an idol. And it's nice just to have that link to one of our girls. The montage of the girls working together, actually quite nice. They end up making seemingly quite a decent segment. The mud skipper analysis is hilariously funny. It kind of makes me feel really sad for Ryu. As we discover, these are not to be freed into the wild, they are pets. They are not for sale. This is our obligatory shrine episode. But do zombie prayers count? The problem is with zombies, they kind of go against religion. Zombies are ungodly in a sense. They have come back, they won't die, and they eat the flesh of the living. But it's a nice quiet moment, it's a come down, it's a little break in how crazy the anime episode has been so far. This is the shrine I really want to go to. And I know little bits of information because I have watched a few documentaries on this shrine. Every single torii gate you see is owned by someone, families buy them. At points in the walk up to the temple, the gates are so dense that the sun struggles to shine through. The climb is said to be quite hard, quite a mission, but I've been told the view is worth it. People have recommended going at sunrise and going at sunset. Meeting Ryu ends up firing up Saki, and I love it. It's her episode. It's great to see her finding a purpose. And it's also really good just to see him actually motivating her. But please do not ride a car like this. It's very dangerous and you'll probably end up getting pulled over. Perhaps he will end up as a zombie in no time with the way he sits on the car. On the topic of love, Saki is struggling with Ryu's words and perhaps the fact that somebody who was her age, who inspired her at the time, is now old and she is still young. She ends up tuning into Ryu's radio show and it just becomes difficult to see an inspiration to her, maybe even a crush, aging up, getting ready to retire almost, whilst she's still in her prime and she's probably immortal. She will end up outliving him. This is Saki's backstory, and I love the fact that she finds a purpose once again via Ryu, who once more in her past fired her up. He understood how she felt. She perhaps was seen as that troubled youth, feelings of perhaps being alone, not having a purpose, not being understood by everyone around you. It's the impact he has on a young troublemaker struggling to find their way in life. And that's when we also hear her mention Raiko. There is a new meaning to speed racing as the two end up heading to Ryu's radio station. News starts to spread about Franchuchu, and Ryu's show gets a surprise guest. Saki ends up repaying Ryu with some motivation. She tries to give back to him, touching his heart. And Franchuchu ends up gaining a new radio show, passing on the beacon, where they too can help others find their way. That sagging hair really seems to be a metaphor for something. And the confession of love literally ends up popping out Sakura's eyes, where we find out that Saga really needs you guys. And I think it's the same that idols and actors, they all share that kind of motivation that they want to inspire and help others find their way. If she was an older woman, he may have been interested. This is so tragic because she's technically his age anyway, but she's never going to age up. She's never going to become an older woman and she can never be with him. It's a tearful moment. The music is fantastic. That visual of the sunrise, a new day, a new dawn, a new hope. Franchuchu has now gone out and gotten a new following, a new media. They are going to be that light. And I love the song, Do You Hate Windy Days? Because that is the motif for White Ryu all the way through his life. It is a great tribute to Ryu. It plays us out to the credits. Everything can be found in Saga. It's a great episode of finding yourself, giving back to the people, finding motivation, and also helping people find their way. We saw the beginnings of a young troublemaking Saki, and now she is a symbol of hope herself. A fantastic full story, the passing of a beacon, the passing of inspiration, a torch that allows Franchuchu to now reach others via the media of radio. The bigger they get, the more fans they end up getting. The possibility of them being recognised as dead idols starts to grow. This was teased in season 1. I am a bit nervous about this. What's going to happen when people find out? How did Kotaro end up creating zombies? How is the world going to react? Is the world even going to find out? It's a great, colourful episode. A really nice one to get us back into the world of Franchuchu, and show us slowly building up the momentum once more. I am Clockwork Dandy Noodles. I still sound awful, but thank you guys for being so supportive over this period of time. I am very slow with my backlog. I had to take a day out because yesterday I was very bad. Slowly getting there. Thank you so much. Please take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Have a good day.